Hello, everyone. Welcome back. After intensive deliberation from our judges, we are very excited to finally be able to announce the winners of this year's MIPC. This is where our finalist and also semi-finalist teams will be recognized for their efforts, and it's what we're all here for. I will now hand it over to the Executive Director of the MIPC, McGill's very own Claudio Chiki.
Welcome everyone to the McGill International Portfolio Challenge 2022 Awards Ceremony. We are so excited to have you all join us today. My name is Claudio Chiki. I'm a fourth-year student here at McGill University, as well as the Executive Director of the MIPC for this year's edition. I'm so honored to welcome everyone to our awards ceremony after a day of elite competition from our 5 finalist teams. Starting with 96 teams from 21 countries, our top 5 proposals represent truly the best of the best, and they should be extremely proud of this accomplishment. The MIPC is a remarkable event, bridging the gap between academia and finance, bringing together some of the world's brightest minds to solve relevant and complex socioeconomic issues. This year, that gave particular focus to transitioning portfolio allocations to net zero. I would like to first take a moment and thank our partners for their support in making the MIPC possible. Without them, we wouldn't be able to host such a high caliber event. Also, on behalf of the MIPC organizing team, I'd like to thank our judges for giving up time out of their busy schedules to evaluate participating teams' proposals. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves over the past few days. First, to move on to some logistics, I'd like to give you a brief overview of the schedule for the hour. We'll begin by watching a video from Dean Yolande Chen, who will present the opening remarks despite not being able to join us today. Then, we'll move on to our keynote speaker, Audrey Gaspar, from our presenting partner, Ontario Teachers Pension Plan. Next, we'll begin our awards presentation, including our specialty prizes, top proposal, runner-up, and finalist awards. Finally, we'll finish with our closing remarks. Dean Yolande Chen recently joined McGill University's Desautels Faculty of Management as Dean and James McGill Professor in 2021. Prior to joining our McGill family, Dean Chan served as Associate Dean of Research for PhD and Master of Science programs and the E. Marie Shantz Chair of Digital Technology at Smith School of Business at Queen's University in Ontario, Canada. Dean Chan is a gifted educator and has received numerous awards for her contributions to academia and students' lives throughout her career. Notably, Dean Chan has been the recipient of the Commerce Teaching Excellence Award, the Commerce Professor Student Life Award, the Queen's University Distinguished Service Award, and the Queen's University Award for Excellence in Graduate Supervision. Dean Chan's impact on the McGill community and beyond has been truly profound. We are extremely grateful that she has been so supportive of the MIPC from the moment she's joined. It is now my pleasure to present Dean Yolande Chen's opening remarks.
Good afternoon. I'm Yolande Chan, Dean of McGill University's Desautels Faculty of Management. Thank you for joining us at today's closing ceremony of the 6th edition of the McGill International Portfolio Challenge. Bienvenue à tous et merci d'être ici avec nous ce soir. I'm so sorry I could not be there in person with you all. I wish I were able to join in the festivities. Today's award ceremony marks the end of a lively weekend of activity. The final round winners will be presented with $50,000 in cash prizes for creating the most innovative and creative portfolio solutions that consider both sustainability imperatives and returns. The judges reviewed some excellent presentations today, each with its own unique and interesting approach to addressing the case. I want to personally thank all of the students for their hard work in preparing the reports and presentations. You've made it this far to compete, and you've all done an outstanding job. We would also like to thank our judges for taking the time to come and to assess the pitches and network with our students. Your support and insight into the challenge truly makes it the premier buy-side case competition. We value your contributions. I would especially like to thank my colleague, Professor Sébastien Berthermier, and the undergraduate team of students for organizing this weekend's event. I commend you all for your excellent work. You've made this event unforgettable for the students, advisors, and judges. To mark today's closing ceremony, we're thrilled to have a keynote speech by Audrey Gaspar, Senior Managing Director, Treasury and Integration from Ontario Teachers Pension Plan. Audrey joined Ontario Teachers in 2005 and has held progressively more senior roles, including Managing Director, Total Fund Architecture, and Vice President, Investment Planning and Asset Liability Modeling. Audrey earned a Master of Mathematical Finance from the University of Toronto, as well as a Master of Arts Mathematics and a BA Honours Mathematics from Western University. She's also a CFA charter holder. I know that she will have wise words to impart to you all this afternoon. With that, I wish you an enjoyable closing ceremony.
This has been such an enjoyable day. It is so wonderful to be here and see the flourishing talent in this virtual room. Thank you to the students, the organizing committee, the collection of industry judges, and to Professor Betsimier for leading this effort. Ontario Teachers is a proud sponsor of this event, and today I was able to observe firsthand how this competition is really a great opportunity to give students a view into some of the questions that we as investors are facing at this time. It has been a while since I was in your shoes, and so in preparing to speak with you today, I did some reflection. What can I share with you today that might be helpful for you as you are on your life journey? Fortunately, I don't have a one-size-fits-all story to tell. I say fortunately because that is the beauty of the journey. It is each our own and it is unique, even if it appears that we're all traveling on the same path. Each one of us begins our journey from similar yet very different perspectives. Case in point today, in this competition, you are all focused on the same scenario, same objectives, same set of facts, yet at the same time, the collection of you are representing different schools, different countries, and different regions coming into this discussion with perspectives leading to different recommendations and outcomes. Events like this are great stepping stones in preparing you for what is to come as you transition from academics to workforce participants. The challenge and problems we deal with are similar, and many organizations are tackling the same question that you did today. In the case of climate change, how to align with the changes from a climate perspective while still delivering against the underlying mandate of the organization. At Ontario Teachers, we announced our net zero ambition last year, and as a part of our evolution in this space. And for us, we have been on the responsible investing journey for over 2 decades, and ESG integration is a part of how we invest. Our net zero ambition was a natural next step for us. Now, from these types of events, I encourage you to take advantage of connecting with your global colleagues. Use it to start building out a network of peers. You have a common experience here to build from, and you may have more of them in the future. Being able to connect and share your experiences, thoughts, observations of the same events with colleagues in different parts of the world could be an avenue to garner insights that you cannot have from only your vantage point. Beyond this competition, you're all stepping out into the same macro backdrop. The first piece of advice that I would suggest to you, watch it, learn from it. There are people who have started and ended their careers without experiencing what you have and are now witnessing. You have seen a global pandemic rise up and shut down the world essentially overnight. You saw the central banks across the globe react, and now you're watching them try to fight an inflationary environment we haven't seen in 40 years. If I go back 3 years ago to November 2019, this would have been unthinkable. So back to your journey. What can I offer you today? I can share with you some aspects of my journey, some things that I am grateful for. The first thing I'm grateful for was that early on in my career, I was faced with the question, what defines you? I was not able to answer the question. How would you answer this question for yourself? Well, at first, you could say the question could be about getting at your favorite color, your favorite show to stream, or your favorite sports team. Or maybe it's about the list of achievements that you all have, or maybe it's about your perfect job description. Well, the question was none of these topics. At the core of the question is, well, what makes you, you? After personally unsuccessfully trying to navigate this question as posed to me by a senior executive where I was working, I walked away realizing I didn't really know a lot about myself. It was the boldness of that executive and their persistence to get an answer from me that got me to start to reflect on who I am, what makes me want to get up in the morning, what are the things that matter to me. And if I'm truly honest with you, it took about 3 or more iterations of probing for me to finally pass the assessment. So why do I bring this up? Well, because it remains a moment in my journey, which following that inner reflection challenge, I was able to be more confident and thoughtful about what was important to me, and it helped me define and subsequently explain what mattered to me in the workplace. To be clear, it didn't give me the opportunities, but allowed me to assess potential next steps in a new life. It wasn't a specific job description that I was looking for. Rather, for me, it was about applying my skills and training inside an organization with a culture that was a match for me. It was a way of working that was important to me. And so it was in the how in addition to the what. And this supports my long-term tenure at Ontario Teachers. It helped me realize that Ontario Teachers is a good fit for me. So what do you know about yourself today? Are you the student who prefers learning in a lecture format where you can read ahead, come to class, and do more research after class? Are you the student who shines when it comes time to do group projects like the one you did today? Do you like solving problems that are ambiguous, or do you prefer having clarity in the assignment requirements with an explicit question? Maybe the only thing that matters is the outcome and the ultimate grade you get. While for others, it might be the course that you learned so much in that is the most memorable for you because learning was the prize. There's no right or wrong answer here. And this just scratches the surface. And let me give you an example from my journey. So I started my journey studying theoretical mathematics. I ended up on a path that was on track to what appeared to be only an academic track. I was doing graduate work, working with a professor on research and teaching students. And then one day I realized I don't want to do this for 30 years. The research, the teaching just wasn't right. So I shifted into mathematical finance. And it was in that first job post my studies in math finance that I was posed the question, what defines me? So I probed into that feeling I had when I made my pivot from academia into math finance. And I'll share with you a couple of the reflections I had about myself through the lens of my experiences as a teacher at some of the local schools in this competition's beautiful host city of Montreal. I loved the impact I had with the students. I enjoyed seeing the evolution of the students who struggle with math realize they could do it. It was the first time I taught intro to calculus. I was so energized. However, the second time, while that student impact continued, I noticed my energy levels had declined. And by the third time, it was just a neutral feeling. So here I learned a couple of things about myself. I enjoyed the process of reaching people, taking them from a place of complexity and giving them a bridge to make it simple. It was so rewarding to see that light bulb of understanding come on. But what I also learned was that I needed a dynamic environment, one where I'm not doing the same thing on repeat. And so I'm the person that will happily create a process, but I'm not the person to run the process. And so I guess one last observation. I came to my classes, I taught, and I left. I was not a part of the community at the local schools in Montreal. I had other obligations, and this was part-time work for me. And while I interacted with the students, I realized that I lacked peer interaction and that I learn and create from talking, engaging, and debating with others. I needed a team environment. So in this example, the things that made me tick, sharing and supporting the growth of others, a dynamic environment, a community, all of these ended up being a list of factors that actually didn't map to job duties themselves. So how can this be helpful to you? As you approach the job market through your journey, you will likely be able to answer all the questions that are posed to you. Your training and academic process has prepared you for that. I witnessed that today as one of your judges. However, as you start to engage with potential employers, it can help you distinguish yourself and make yourself more memorable. If you were to describe to me what makes you tick, you are more authentic to me. Why? Because there's a truth there. I will connect better with you because I understand you. I will start imagining how you would fit into my team and complement my team. And I will start to think of all the ways I can help you succeed as a new member of my team. And then over the long term, I believe that if you understand yourself, it can help the journey you want to take and help you define what success looks like for you, which is a real personal definition. What is meaningful to you and what you seek to achieve is going to be a function of you. The true definition of success is personal. It isn't always about making the most money or obtaining the most senior role. For some, it is the difference you make in other people's lives, in your community, or in the world. And now this leads me to another theme. Even if two job descriptions are the same, the organizations will be different. The culture, the operating model, and your alignment to both of those can make a significant difference in how you experience your journey. Organizations, like people, each have their own personality. So take the time to inform yourself. Look at how the organizations define themselves and see what they stand for. For example, at Ontario Teachers, our net zero ambition is just the next step in a history of responsible investing. Furthermore, it was important to us to also establish short-term targets, which we report against to ensure we remain accountable and on track to that ambition. How are we delivering against this? We are a believer in engagement, not divestment. We also participate in industry efforts to streamline how the broader market needs to come together to ensure the industry is also moving to the net zero ambition. We want to be a change agent, and the most senior folks in our organization are engaged in those industry efforts because it matters to us. So to further understand the organization's personality and how you could fit in that you know a little bit more about yourself, look at their social media presence or news releases. Many organizations are sharing insights into their internal activities. With the advent of social media, you can actually start to see glimpses inside. And then don't underestimate the amount of information you can get from your network. Lean into it. What are your peers saying? What are others who work for these organizations saying? And maybe I'm dating myself here, but quickly scanning LinkedIn, it becomes clear that my network is much larger than I have imagined. The global market is so vast, yet at the same time, not so far from your fingertips. So by piecing together all of these tidbits of information, you can start to inform the personality of an organization, the culture of the organization, and that coupled with who you are and what matters to you can help you maybe find an area of focus that makes sense for you and maybe find something that you want to be a part of. And maybe it positions you to see and act on opportunities that make sense for you. And maybe you will find a match. Now, don't get me wrong. It is still a competitive market and luck is still at play. We need both skill and luck. For me, I learned about Ontario Teachers through a student orientation session that they hosted when I was a student. I was excited about what I heard and the discussions I had with the people who were working there, but there was no opportunity to apply when I graduated. However, I shared with my network how I thought it could be an organization of interest for me. And one day out of the blue, somebody in my network asked if I was still interested in Ontario Teachers. A recruiter was calling, asking if they knew anyone. The phone call came just a couple of months after I'd gone through that challenge of answering the question, how do I define myself? So it all came together. But don't misunderstand me. All of the effort that you put into your academics, your resume, your extracurricular activities, your work experience, all of that is important and foundational as you begin your journey. I'm just highlighting a couple of other things that you can think of adding to your toolkit to help you define your journey. And as you move through your career, your workplace and personal experiences will help you refine the definition of who you are. And I encourage you to continue that reflection as it can help you identify opportunities you may want to pursue, pivots that you will want to make, or even give you the courage to pursue opportunities that you might have otherwise not considered. I am grateful to the question that was asked of me 20 years ago and to the person in my network who thought of me when the recruiter reached out. It led me to be a part of an organization that to this day challenges me and has given me opportunities to grow and develop in ways that would have been unthinkable when I was a student 25 years ago. In conclusion, I wish you all success and success as you each define it for yourself. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak with you today.
Thank you so much for that, Audrey. I am very confident that all of our students watching today, myself included, have taken away some valuable and practical wisdom from your address. So thank you very much. All right, everyone, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. I will now pass it over to Jean-Grégoire Morand, partner at Normandin-Baudry, who will present our very first award of the day, the Normandin-Baudry Best ESG Reporting Award, which is chosen from all submitted written proposals. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Tina. Yes, I'm Jean-Grégoire Morand, partner at Normandin-Baudry. We're one of the largest independent investment consulting team in Canada. J'aimerais premièrement féliciter tous les participants à la compétition de cette année. We're proud to partner with McGill, une université anglophone qui a ses racines bien ancrées à Montréal, au Québec, avec un rayonnement international qui attire et propulse les meilleurs talents de demain, notamment dans l'industrie des placements. As part of the sustainable investing efforts, including Net Zero Pledge, ESG reporting is key to ensure ESG integration efforts at the investment level, as well as the journey to the net zero path we're trying to achieve that is well communicated to stakeholders. Plusieurs d'entre vous, comme pour moi, l'anglais n'est pas la langue maternelle et j'aimerais vraiment vous féliciter pour le niveau de votre effort et le niveau que vous avez amené vos présentations qui est à un niveau très professionnel. ESG is also a language of its own, and communication skills are therefore essential to get people into action. Articulating stakeholder needs and bringing consistency in such reporting proves to be particularly challenging for investment managers. Comme pour un marathon, parce que le chemin vers 2050 est vraiment un marathon, il faut commencer à se mettre en marche, se donner des objectifs en cours de route, évaluer sa progression pour enfin atteindre le fil d'arrivée. In other words, to get there, we have to start somewhere and I think you should all be very proud of your great work because you started something clearly with your presentation. We're proud to present this year the award of Best ESG Reporting to be awarded to the team who has shown particular efforts on ESG reporting and their proposed solution. Before I announce the winner of the prize, we would like to first give honorable mention to Green Innovator from the Asian Institute of Management. And I'd like to congratulate Kurt, Giancarlo, Nikki, and Suzanne for this honorable mention. Congratulations. Now, the Best ESG Reporting Prize for a value of $2,500 is awarded to Girls Go Green. Great job, girls. And the Girls Go Green comes from the EDEX Business School based in France. So congratulations to Nati, Theodora, Ekateria, and Wenkang, hoping that I said your name correctly. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jean-Gregoire, and congratulations once again to teams Green Innovators and Girls Go Green. You should be very proud of your hard work. To present our next honor, the IMCO Most Innovative Award, we have Jason Lipping joining us as Director, Portfolio Construction at the Investment Management Corporation of Ontario. Jason, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Before I name the winner of the Most Innovative Award, I wanted to thank everybody who worked so hard to make this event so wonderful. This was my second year as a semifinalist judge, and just like last year, the communication from the organizers was excellent, and the quality of the presentations was outstanding. So great job, everybody. As I said, I'm here to present the Most Innovative Award. Innovation is one of IMCO's core values, and we're always looking to do things better tomorrow than we did today. Achieving net zero is an area that will definitely require innovation, and we believe it's important to reward effective solutions that use outside the box thinking. So this award goes to a semifinalist team whose solution was particularly innovative. Similarly to how competitive the semifinals were, there were multiple teams whose solution deserves strong consideration for this award. So there are a couple honorable mentions that we would like to give at this point. The first honorable mention is to Green Latam from NK Business School. So congratulations, Maria and Christian. The second honorable mention is to BIWS Capital from the Singapore Management University. So Salman, Sean, Kaylee, and Justin, great job. So now the award for the most innovative team with a value of $2,500 goes to the Great Corral Investment Group from the Torquato de Tella University. Congratulations, Florencia, Laura, Gonzalo, and Fernando. Very, very well deserved.
Thank you so much, Jason, and congratulations once again to teams Green Latam, BIWS Capital, and of course, Great Coral Investment Group. You should all be very proud of your achievement. We will now be moving on to Catherine Tweedy, our country head at 91, to present our final specialty award, the 91 Exceptional Storytelling Award.
Great, thank you. And first of all, I just wanted to say a really big well done and congratulations first to the McGill team in organizing this fascinating case study that brings together great minds from all over the world. Secondly, to all the students who participated. It was extremely hard for us on the judging panels, I have to say. I think that this case is absolutely so integral when you think about the big questions and the big issues at hand, particularly as we go into the COP meetings next week in Sharm el-Sheikh. I was really, really inspired to see the level of complexity and thinking innovation that came through across the cases, and it gives me a huge amount of hope that the solutions that we're going to find with regards to climate change are really just steps away coming from all of you. 91 lives and breathes at the coalface of climate change every day. We're a South African firm. We've been investing in Africa and emerging markets for over 30 years. We manage over $200 billion in very, very complex places. And we see the importance of being able to apply really important and creative solutions to addressing climate change. As we heard from Audrey, divestment is not necessarily the way that we're actually going to solve problems. So the ability to engage, to storytell, to work together collectively is really the way that we're going to be able to solve this in the long run. So I'm delighted to have the award for best storytelling, being able to pull narratives together, to synthesize complexity, to tell a story that brings other people and makes the change that we want to see is really important. So similar to the others, it was hard to pick a winner, but we have two honorary mentions. If we could just move forward. So RISE Advisory from Sydney, well done to all of you. We thought that your presentation was really fantastic, Matthew, David, James, and Jenny. And to H2FC Consulting. For me personally, it was great because actually this was a mentorship team. So well done, team. I'm sure I had absolutely nothing to do with it, but well done. It was great to meet you earlier this week, and congratulations on your presentation. It was fantastic. And finally, moving forward to our winner, which was Planet Z. Also happened to actually be in our finals yesterday. We were really, really impressed with you from the University of Wisconsin, Fenglen, Zoe, Martin, and Benjamin. Congratulations on being the winner of the $2,500.
Thank you very much, Catherine, and huge congratulations once again to teams H2FC Consultants from the University of Calgary, RISE Advisory from the University of New South Wales, and Planet Z from the Illinois Institute of Technology. Thank you all very much for your hard work in the MIPC this year and well-deserved accomplishments. Next up, we have the presentation of our Top Proposal Award. But before we get to that announcement, I would like everyone to watch a short video we have prepared, which compiles some clips sent in from our 5 finalist teams as a way to recognize them in person, even though we can't all be together today in Montreal, unfortunately. So here is the video. Please enjoy.
Hi, my name is Lily Chen, and I'll be competing as part of Paragon Capital.
Hello judges and spectators, my name is Alex and I'm very excited to be part of the 2022 MIPC final as part of Paragon Capital.
Harrison Bradley here. Thank you for the great opportunity to be part of the 2022 MIPC finals as a representative of Paragon Capital.
Hey everyone, my name is Victor Lam and I'll be competing as part of Paragon Capital.
Hi. We are APM Capital. I'm Horton, a business analytics student with a passion for hiking.
Hi, I'm Dominic. I study chemistry and I love snowboarding.
I'm Tom and I study finance with a great interest in baseball, particularly the Toronto Blue Jays.
I'm Andre. I'm an econometrics student and a poker enthusiast. We have learned so much during this research challenge and are really excited to present our recommendation to Super Easy today. Thank you to McGill, the judges, and all industry partners for the opportunities that this competition has created.
Hello, everyone. Wanted to introduce you to the Terra Capital team. My name is Sarah Jacob. I'm an MBA student. My background is in strategy consulting, and as a fun fact about myself, I have climbed the highest peak in Africa, which is Mount Kilimanjaro.
My name is Jaylin. I'm currently an MBA student. I have a background in engineering with several years of work experience in the pharmaceutical and biotechnology industry. A fun fact about me is that I'm thrill-seeking and I'm always looking for the next adventure to challenge myself.
Hi everyone, my name is Echo. My educational background is in finance and I have multiple years of experience in financial service industry focused on analytics. I'm also doing my MBA now. In my spare time, I really love taking my dog off for camping, hiking, and going for road trips.
Hi, my name is Joseph Mirando. I'm a full-time MBA student. I did my undergrad degree in finance and have similar career interests. My personal interests include astronomy and astrophysics. We want to take a moment to thank the judges for hearing our proposal today, and a big thank you to McGill for hosting. We're very excited to have participated in this competition and are passionate about helping the world transition to clean energy. Thank you.
I'm Christy Yoon, and we are Carver Capital. It's a really wonderful experience for me to join MIPC as a finalist here and present our idea to you. So I actually are a year 3 student right now, and I'm currently passionate about asset management field. So that's why I joined MIPC case competition.
Hello everyone, my name is Angus and I study quantitative finance. I'm truly honored to be here at the MIPC finals. I think that this competition really gave me so much insight into just how much institutional investors are doing for the environment.
Good morning everyone, I'm Vincent Chang. I'm very excited to be a finalist for the competition. MIPC really provoked my interest in asset management and pension funds in particular. It's really amazing to see how pension funds would balance the interest of different stakeholders to produce an optimal outcome for everyone.
Morning everyone, my name is Alex Sam and I'm currently a penultimate student right now, and I'm thrilled to be here in the MIPC challenge as a finalist team. And I think it's important always to know about how ESG incorporates into our daily life, even extending to the investment decision. So one last thing I actually want to talk about Carver Capital is actually Carver is coming from our team initials name. So I think you've met Christy, Angus, Vincent, and lastly me, Alex. So our names initial makes up together Carver Capital.
Hi, my name is Sophia and I'm a second year student studying business. And I wanted to join MIPC because strategy is something that I'm really interested in. So I wanted to see how strategy and finance could intersect. And a fun fact is that my favorite tree is the Douglas fir because I grew up on the West Coast and Douglas firs are found everywhere here. And I just love how after a night of raining, you walk outside and all you can smell are Douglas firs.
Hello, my name is Tony and I'm a second year student studying finance. The reason why I want to participate in MIPC is because I want to polish up my financial acumen while also explore how sustainability can be tied into investment decision. When it comes to trees, my favorite kind of tree is camphor tree because it will remind me of the scent of my hometown.
Hey everyone, my name is James Shi. I'm a current second year student pursuing a combined major in business and computer science. What I'm interested in most in the finance industry is how things like intelligence automation and artificial intelligence are helping us automate more and more human processes and helping us make smarter investment decisions. I decided to take part at MIPC because I wanted to gain more exposure to the long-term strategies that funds like Super Easy use to reach their goals. And as a member of Team Trees, I would have to say my favorite tree is the willow tree because I have one in my front yard and I think they look super cool.
We hope you all enjoyed that video, everybody. And with that, I'd like now to welcome back our keynote speaker and finals judge today, Senior Managing Director, Treasury and Integration, Audrey Gasper from Ontario Teachers Pension Plan to present the Ontario Teachers Pension Plan top proposal.
Thank you, Tina. Today has been an event, and I am so glad that I did participate in the judging event this morning. It gave me a bit of a twinge, so maybe academia could have been a place for me, but with that, I wouldn't have then been able to enjoy the competition from the seat that I was in. The collection of industry judges, the quality of the presentations, all 5 teams deserve great kudos to just the quality and level of presentation and content in providing your recommendations to us, the judges, today. And I would say, the top proposal award can go up to a couple of teams. We debated, could we give it to all 5? But instead, we did debate and challenge each other, and we ended up coming up with 2 top proposal winners today. And it is a true honor to be able to share the winners with you today. So I think we'll look to the first one. The first top proposal award is going to 8PM Capital from the University of Sydney. Given we have 2 winners today, each winning team will be getting a prize of $12,500. And Dominic, Horton, Andre, Thomas, you definitely left us with some things to think about as we each go back to the office. And so thank you so much for your presentation today, and congratulations on being one of the 2 top proposals. The second winner of the top proposal award today goes to next slide. So congratulations, Alex, Vincent, Christy, and Angus, for your thoughtfulness and sort of different approach, which is one of the beauties of this competition is how all these teams do come together and provide a different lens to the same problem. And so, you also stood out to us in the judges' deliberation. And so congratulations to you, as well as being the second top proposal winner this year in the competition. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Audrey, for presenting the top proposal, and congratulations truly once again to teams 8PM Capital, University of Sydney, and Kava Capital, Chinese University of Hong Kong. Outstanding work. So this now brings us to our CIBC Asset Management Runner-Up Prize, and we have another finals judge here with us today to present this award. I'm welcoming Francis Thivierge, CIBC Asset Management, Executive Director and Senior Portfolio Manager, Multi-Asset and Currency Management. Please go right ahead.
Well, thank you, Tina. And first of all, I would like to congratulate and thanks Professor Sébastien Béternier and all the team for one more time putting together, organizing a great event. I think people don't realize just how much work you put into this every year. CIBC Asset Management has been part of MIPC since the very beginning. And over the years, we've seen great people, great talent, great teams, and this year was no different. The case was very complex and very challenging, and all the proposals we saw in the finals were very strong. So I am very honored to present the runner-up team for this year that will go to Terra Capital from the University of Toronto. Congratulations, Echo, Jay, Joseph, and Sarah on a very good job you did. Very well presented to us this morning.
Thank you so much for that, Francis, and congratulations once again to Terra Capital from the University of Toronto. Now, to present our finalist awards today, as well as our closing remarks, please everybody welcome the MIPC Faculty Director and Associate Professor of Finance at McGill University, our very own Sébastien Béternier.
Well, thank you so much, Tina. Our finalist award goes to two teams who did not make it to the very top proposal nor the runner-up, but who made it not only to the top 25, but also yesterday won the grueling task of winning the semifinal pool and making it to the top 5. It's an impressive achievement, and we would like to recognize two teams. The first finalist award goes to Paragon Capital, to New South Wales University in Australia. Congratulations to you, Harrison, Alexander, Lily, and Victor. That was an impressive performance that you've put in this year's competition. The winner of the finalist award is 3,750, and our second finalist award goes to Team Trees from the University of British Columbia in Canada. Congratulations, James, Tony, and Sophia, also a winner of $3,750. Congratulations for your impressive performance yesterday and today. Now, in addition to our team awards, we've had a number of team awards, specialty awards, and the top 5 finalists. We also tried to reward outstanding individuals from the semi-finalist pools yesterday. These individuals really stood out in the way they presented the material, but also responded to the Q&A. And there's more than 5 who were quite outstanding, but the judges yesterday identified one outstanding speaker in each pool, and each of them comes home with a $500 award. So without further ado, our 5 finalist, Best Speaker Award go to Apichaya from Team RK Advisory from Chulalongkorn University in Thailand. Congratulations. To Emily from Team H2FC Consulting from the University of Calgary in Canada. Congratulations. To Niti from Team Girls Go Green from EDEC Business School in France. Congratulations. To Jenny from Team Rise Advisory from New South Wales in Australia. Congratulations. And finally to Benjamin from Team Planet Z from the Illinois Institute of Technology in the US. Congratulations to you as well. Big congratulations to you, 5 of you, and all the teams who have made it all the way to the top of this year's challenge. All right, with all this being said, it is time to close the MIPC 2022. And it is time to give some thanks, because a lot of us in this ecosystem have worked really hard to make this event a success. So first, I would like to thank Finance Montréal, which is very much the hub of the finance industry in Montreal and Quebec. There's a lot going on in the finance industry in Montreal at the moment. And if you're curious to learn more, including the possibility of getting mentorship, you should go to the Finance Montréal website at finance-montreal.com. I'd like to thank our 50 judges from the semifinals yesterday, from the finals this morning. Those judges spent, 5-6 hours today with us for the training in the morning, to the competition, to the deliberation in the end, to the mentorship. Many of the judges actually spent time mentoring a team over the past week and give feedback on the presentation. Your time is precious, and it is very much a major contributor to the success of this edition. I'd like to thank our industry partners, without whom the competition would not be possible. I'd like to thank our Dean, Yolande Chan, for your unwavering support to the MIPC, and of course to the Desautel Faculty of Management for having hosted and continuing to host the challenge, making it a success. I'd like to thank the students of the 96 university teams who competed in this year's challenge all the way since September. You have worked so hard. We were blown away by the level of effort and seriousness that you've given to the challenge, and we really saw the results this week. In addition, it's not just the students that we want to thank, but also the team's advisors. We often don't think about the advisors behind every team, but oftentimes we find that the great teams have great advisors in the back who spend the time coaching the teams and making sure that you are representing your school and you're outputting some high quality performance. And so thank you. I'd like to thank the students of my pension funds and retirement systems class. This is a course that I teach every winter at McGill, and there's about 15 students this past year, both from the undergraduate and the graduate degrees at McGill who have been active in writing this year's case. All right, all the complexity was actually prepared by McGill students in the course of the winter semester. One key individual at McGill who has helped us tremendously is Alex Samra. Alex is the program manager for MIPC. Alex very much works behind the scenes to make sure that the student team is able to access all the right resources of the faculty. She played a major role in organizing our successful symposium on Wednesday, and so thank you. And finally, I'd like to thank our MIPC organizing team, and maybe we can move on to the next slide. We have Claudio, Greta, Frederic, Ramsey, Terry, Tina, Anthony, Cami, and Patricia. These students have been hired since January and they have worked nonstop. And I said they've worked nonstop all the way since January to make sure that we are able to put together a professional event. Their work goes above and beyond the regular course load that they take. Those students build a project, and every year they get to define the theme and how they want to build the competition one step above the previous year's edition. And I have to say, once again, the team has been able to make it a success. I'd like to acknowledge them because it is a ton of effort by our student team at McGill, but it is precisely that type of work that ultimately pays off in the end. Now, the team this year was led by Claudio Chiki. Claudio is no exception. Claudio has been with the MIPC competition for the past 2 years. He came back this year in the role of the team's leader. Claudio is driven. He is ambitious. He is generous with his time. He cares very much, incredibly so actually, about building an inclusive and a safe work environment where everyone can contribute positively to the team. I think this is very much what makes Claudio unique as an individual. It's his ability to get others to shine in building that safe community where others can take on risks and make decisions that ultimately contribute to the team's success. This has led to collaboration, and I think on my end, there's no greater pleasure than to see a team work together and output something that ultimately exceeds what any individual on the team would be able to create, and ultimately to turn these students into professionals that are well equipped for the future. We saw the results this week. Claudio, thank you for your leadership. And on this note, I'll let you have the closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Professor, for those kind words. I would just like to take a moment to echo that sentiment, and I would like to say thank you to all of you watching today. What you are watching is the culmination of 10 months of extremely hard work from our amazing sponsors, as well as the 9 peers with whom I'm so grateful to work with, and it's been truly a privilege to learn from you all. I would also like to recognize the 2 months of hard work from our 96 participating teams, because without you, there would be no MIPC, and together we can truly create a platform and a thought forum of finance and showcase and represent so many ideas and talent across the world that would otherwise not be shown. So thank you so much for participating in this year's edition. And lastly, I would like to say one more thank you to Professor Berthomier and Alexandra Samra, under which I've learned so much and has been an amazing experience to learn from you both and see you both in action. So thank you so much to everybody. And with that, the MIPC 2022 edition is officially over. Thank you and have a good day.